We're live. I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Um, Obviously, first, let's give some minutes to make sure that YouTube files everything. Can you guys hear me? Someone say to me if you can hear me. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Well, my wife is watching the my wife is watching the stream because she's working. We wanted to have her here to answer some of the questions with you guys, but she's working, and she'll. I guess she will. She can comment sometimes if her boss lets her. Anyways, hi guys. I'm aware that there's always a little delay between what I'm saying and what I'm reading on the chat, but so bear with me. That's going to be a little bit of a delay sometimes. First of all, look at Philip movie po Polsko. Man, it's too early in the morning to have JT on my screen. Hey Phil, this is for you. Hey buddy, jak tam? What is this? Yeah, I wonder for all you Polish people watching, why do I have a cap when I'm indoors? That's one of the Dominican Latinos slash American thing that we imported or something. To us Latinos, it's perfectly fine to wear a cap inside. It's part of the look. But in Polish household, this is not proper. I remember my father-in-law telling me we were sitting at the table, and I had my cap on. I was feeling myself, and he's like, maybe you should remove your cap. And I'm like, okay, sorry. So, anyways, um, yeah, Carolina is working literally in the next door. You get out from there, go to the kitchen, and she's working right there. Well, but she's live. I mean, she's live with us here on the chat. So if you guys have questions for Carolina, you can ask, and I'll read them out loud. But anyways, guys, first of all, thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a short live. Maybe we'll try to keep it around half an hour, 40 minutes tops. Today is Tuesday, 16th of November. I am flying back to South Africa today, actually, for another round. And yeah, so because of that, um, oh, someone's coming in. Someone's coming in. Look at that. Look who's here.
Hi everyone.
Say,
I'm alive. I'm real.
say, Cześć ludzie.
Cześć ludzie! Hola! That's my work outfit. Okay, bye.
I have pajamas under this thing. Look at that. I just from here up, I am bringing the dress. Huh? Anyways, yeah. So you guys, so Carolina, she must like you guys a lot because she's showing herself in her house clothes. So, anyways, I have to make sure that I keep timing. Okay, it's 4 minutes in, no problem. So we'll do like a 5 minute intro. Anyways, guys. So like I said, I'm flying back to South Africa in literally a couple hours. I'm going to the airport, and I I just wanted to go on live because, as you guys know, today's Tuesday, so it means that under a normal circumstance, I would have an episode for you guys. But this week, I don't have an episode. I don't have a proper episode because time was coming for me to leave today, and I was the thing is that my music studio, as you guys know, I'm a musician, so my music studio is here in my house, so it's upstairs, and that's where I have everything. That's where I have all my instruments, all my studio computer with all the plugins that you use for production. So I knew that I wanted to have this next song ready. The David Podsiadło, Mało Miasteczkowa, and I want to release it, now in November. So I needed to finish all the music. You guys voted. Remember, I put up a poll on YouTube. I put up a poll on Instagram, and I think I gave you guys three options. One was Mało Miasteczkowa. One was something by Mata, which, by the way, Mata is huge in Poland. Anyone listens to Mata? Um, oh, yeah. Veronica said that yes, you can hear me. This is from before. Bastek says, Cześć, hola. And Philip and Carolina are there saying greetings. Anyways, so you guys chose Mało Miasteczkowa for the cover. Usually I like to surprise you guys with the covers, but hey, I think that the beauty of the interaction that we have as friends is that sometimes I can let you guys in on the creative process. You can vote. You can tell me what you want. So this was one of those cases, and I've been working hard, producing all the song, because I needed it to be done before I was off to South Africa today. And because of that, I just didn't have any time to do a proper episode. I did record something cool for a future episode, but it needs a little bit more work. Anyhow, that's when I came up with the idea of maybe doing this live, and you guys can ask some questions, some like a little Q&A, questions and answers. I posted it also on my Instagram, and I got many questions there. So I will just proceed to answer them right now. If you guys have more questions, please write it down on the comment box here. I would love to read your questions. You can ask. It can be questions for Carolina also. I'm sure she can answer them there if she's not in a meeting, or she can come again and answer it for you guys. If you guys want to write your questions in Polish, you can. I will try to see what they mean. You guys know that my Polish is very, very, very bad, but I will try. If not, if I know, I'll ask you guys for your help. I'll say, hey, can someone please translate this so-and-so's question? As a matter of fact, you know what? If Philip, my friend Philip, Movie po Polsku, if Philip is watching still, Philip, you're gonna be my translator, because that's gonna be a good challenge for you. Philip thinks he's advanced level Polish, so he's gonna help me with the translations of that if he's online. Anyways, so let's go for the first question. Let me see, what do I have here? So first of all, I had amazing questions from different type of people. So I have here from Mary Maker Vienna's, I think her name is Irina. Well, I don't think her name is Irina. She's my friend. But Irina, yeah, Monica K00. We have Teresa, Paulina, Vajisha Yeden. I have Garstka Nieba. She asked questions. Thank you for that, Garstka. Also from, where's everyone else? Go 1 second. I just want to mention the names of people that ask questions, and then I'm just going to go with the questions, okay? I know that, where are the questions? Damn it. Oh, okay. So Gebe Plus has some questions. Shievne Domek also asked some questions. Marta Szelska asked some questions, and Kitty Katesama, and also some other people. But just wanted to give it a proper shout out, okay? Okay, so here's the first question. It's going to come from, I'm looking, guys. Patient. Remember, Dominicans, Latinos, we are slow people. Probably Polish people are like, no, dobra, hush, yush. Okay, so first question would be, how to react when a Latino man is pushy towards me in a way that is not offending him. I'm using a translator, okay? I'm using a translator. By the way, thank you, Philip, my friend Philip, recommended me this translator. And if you want to learn, if you're learning Polish or whatever, it's very good. The name of the translator is called DeepL. Okay, DeepL. Anyways, I use that translator, so any mistakes, it's the fault of the translator, not me. Okay, so how to react when a Latino man is pushy? Well, I can see how to a Slav, to a Polish person, um, a certain behavior by a Latino can feel pushy, because we are pretty straightforward. We are I'm sure that to some extent it might even feel like disrespectful, but many times it's not. But I'm just gonna say, if you feel, if someone is being too forward, as in if they're getting into your personal space, like they're touching you or something, just please say, don't touch me. I will feel comfortable not to be touched. And say that. It's okay to say that, especially to us Latinos, because it's so normal for us to do it. If you feel uncomfortable, so please mention that. Second of all, if they're being too forward, just you're Polish, so just say, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Can you give me a second or something like that? I think that would work. It would make this person feel awkward. There's no way around that. So I'm letting you know. Um, so, anyways, that's my view. Just be honest, okay? Just be honest. If it's a friend, and you are, let's say, worried that this person might feel, like the vibe is going to be ruined between you guys, just say, oh, make a little joke or something. You guys are Polish people are really good with self-deprecating humor. So just say something like, I'm Polish, so I don't like it. I don't like being told certain things. So that will be the best way to do it. Okay. So let me see another question. So is every comment in Polish? Do I put every of the comments that I get in Polish into the translator? Well, the first thing I try to do is I try to read and to understand and see how many words I can pick up from the comment. Many times it's quite complex, because you guys have a lot of declensions and things, and I usually go to Carolina. She's my first go-to, and I will ask her. I say, hey babe, what does this person mean? And then sometimes we kind of deconstruct the question a little bit. She says, oh, this word. I say, oh, so this word comes from that word. And she goes, yeah, exactly. So it's just declinated. And but usually Carolina is my first go-to, and then I might put the question into this DeepL translator. I used to use Google Translator, but I have to admit and give that to Philip that DeepL is a lot better. And now with the new phones, if you have the new iOS, I mean, this is if you have iOS. I don't know if Android has this, but with the new iOS, you can basically copy any text, even if it's a picture, and copy it and put it onto a translator, and that's amazing. So that's that. Um, the other one is, okay, I think the translator doesn't really work here, so maybe I'm gonna say the phrase, and Philip, my translator, can help me. So she said, "Jak najszybciej, nauczę się grać na gitarze." So the translator just says, "As soon as possible, learn to play guitar." I don't know exactly what that means, so maybe you guys can help me. Jak najszybciej nauczę się, nauczę, nauczę, nauczę się grać na gitarze. So help me out. What does it mean? Um, another question is, my favorite book. Twoja ulubiona książka to. Okay, so for example, I I am not into like literature like that. I leave those things to Carolina, who's now decided she's going to read all of the classics of literature. I mean, or reread them. She read a lot of them. I have read many classics just when I was in school, for projects or something. Nothing that would just stick. I love biographies, and I love everything and anything that is science based, especially astrophysics. I have many books down there. Books, by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I have by Colonel Chris Hadfield, the astronaut. So I like those type of books. And if it's going to be a novel, usually I like a sci-fi novel that is surrounding astrophysics or space, like The Martian or Artemis. I was heavily into the Dan Brown books. Remember the what is it? The Da Vinci Code. What were the other ones? He has some others before the Da Vinci Code, and I read them all, and I really enjoyed them. But yeah, that's that. Let me see what else. What's the quickest way to learn guitar? Dziękuję, Philip. Philip is my translator. Thank you, man. The quickest way to learn guitar is to buy a guitar, first of all. Second of all, is to um, just learn the basic chords. You're literally one shape. You know, you can play different shapes along the fretboard of the guitar. So a D can be here, a D can be here, a D can be there. So just learn one shape of all of the chords in major and minor. That's it. Okay? Literally, that's it. I know it's a big undertaking if you don't know any guitar, but don't overcomplicate yourself with scales and all that. Just literally learn the major and minor chords in one shape pattern, and then start trying to play the songs that you want to play. Just look online for I don't know, Małe miasteczko Wachwity, and then you're gonna get the chords and play them, and just play a lot. That's all I have to say. You have to learn anything new. You have to become almost obsessed with it. That's my take with learning anything. When I learned English, I just became obsessed with English because I liked the music and I wanted to understand what my favorite bands were saying. So I became obsessed with it, and that's how I learned. With, for example, with Polish, it's a little bit more difficult for me because Polish is like it's my second language, and I started learning it when I was a little bit more adult. So now I find myself a little bit more like trying to, like, I can feel the bug of the bug of obsession creeping in. So I want to get that going. But anyways, that's my answer. um Another question would be, when I'm in Poland, do you talk to people on the streets? Also, when I'm in Poland, I talk to people on the street. Do I speak Polish or English? When I'm in Poland, I am almost always trying to speak some Polish. You have to keep in mind that my Polish is still very, very, very low, very basic. So I run out of vocabulary and material very quick. But I will always try. I will always, always, always try. I'm not shy. I'm not shy, and I don't mind making mistakes. I don't mind at all. And I think that helps you. And yeah, that's just it. I quickly go to English if I don't understand, but Polish. So another question would be: Do you read books in Polish? If yes, which ones? No, sadly, my Polish level is not still yet. I wish, and I will. I know I will, but so far, no. Um, so the best way to learn English is, I would say, it's very similar to the guitar, like I said. Most importantly, I believe that you have to become a little bit obsessed with the language. Find something in English that is going to give you enough motivation to want to do it. What I mean with something is just find, let's say, a band that you love, and you want to understand the lyrics to their music, or let's say that you like a certain actor. Let's say you like Leonardo DiCaprio, or you like Meryl Streep, and you want to see her movies. You want to go through her catalog, and you want to watch the movies um, you want to watch the movies in the original language, to get the nuances of the acting. So if you become obsessed with that, and that will give you enough motivation to learn English. And when it comes to actual systems of learning English, I don't know. I'm not a language teacher. There are many, many, many ways. I There's this YouTuber that I like. His name is Bold and Bankrupt, and he speaks very good Russian. And a lot of people ask him, "Oh, how do you learn? How did you learn Russian? What?" And he says that to learn any language, he's now actually learning Spanish, and he says that he builds on his vocabulary first. So he literally writes down hundreds of words and he memorizes them. He just puts them here, uh, and then he moves on to grammar. But you can say buy, me, buy, juice, you. That's it. That's it. You're just using words. You're not using grammar or anything that that person can understand you. Maybe that's a way to go. Um, yeah. So let me quickly go by the what is hey, GB Plus, jak tam? ¿Qué onda, hermano? ¿Cómo está la vida? Todo piola. What is piola? He say todo piola. Remember, Latinos, we come from different places, or Spanish speakers, and we sometimes it's like we're speaking completely different language. Falta más español, mucho inglés y polski, pero tírate. Well, yeah, you see, the reason why I don't speak as much Spanish is because my audience, you guys are predominantly Polish, so obviously, and the fact that you're Polish and I'm trying to learn Polish also, and I'm trying have my family and all those things, so we have like a common ground there, and English is just universal. And we have some good things in Spanish coming for you guys. So maybe my wife only speaks Spanish for a whole day, maybe you'll see. um Anyways, let's keep going. What is my religion? Okay, so I am not associated with any religion. Dominican Republic is predominantly Catholic, um, and my family is Protestant. Is it? I think it is. We say Evangelico, so Protestant, I think. But that's some of my family. I am not. I'm not religious. So when is the new single coming out? So I'm gonna assume it's Małe Miasteczkowa. Hopefully in the next few weeks. Hopefully, I'm working really hard. I have to shoot the video. What is my favorite? Is my favorite Polish store Grzeszkowiak? You know what? Is I don't know. Let me quickly search Grzeszkowiak here. Is that like a store, or is it like a Zwierzę Zurówki? What is that? It's a brand. I don't know. I'm afraid that I didn't know it before. Anyways, my favorite Polish store might be Biedronka. Might be Biedronka. So, as a foreigner, can you recognize a Pole by the way they speak English? You know what? I've been in the Polish reality for so long already that I can almost 8 times out of 10, I see someone physically and I tell my wife, I think that person is Polish. And she's like, yes, they are. So even I can recognize Polish people now, even by looking at them. Not always, of course, but many times I can. And when it comes to the accent, um, mm, I cannot always pinpoint that they're Polish because there is a certain way that most Slavs pronounce consonants and vowels that it's not always as easy for me to um, pinpoint if they are Polish or not. But I can for sure say, they're for sure Central or Eastern European. Um, so let me see. I will go and check the chat once I'm done with the questions here. Okay, so don't worry. Keep writing your questions there, and Filip Movie po polsku is going to help me with the translations. Huh? And let me see. Okay, someone asked a question that says, "Do you get any information about what's going on the Polish-Belarusian border? Does the mainstream media, or like, does the mainstream media only cover COVID stuff? I wonder because before the conflict, no one cares about us or is interested in us. No one helps us, um, and after it will be on Poland. Probably no one will be interested." Okay, well, this is political. I try not to cover political topics, but it's undeniable that this for sure is being covered in the media. Uh, we don't have TV, so I mean we don't have a cable system, so we don't know what BBC or something is broadcasting on the TV. But we are online, so we get our news from the metaverse and from different other sources, and for sure it's being covered. It's just a very difficult situation because you have two countries, possibly three, that are all pushing on different directions. The worst is that the people that are there are suffering, and they have needs, basic needs, that are not covered. And that's sad to me, as I sit here, in a warm hoodie, in a house with heating. It puts into context that that those people should not be going through what they're going through. And I wish that the international community and international organizations can kind of like get their shit together to help people that are in need. As a father, I have my son, and you see images sometimes of little kids there that are hungry, or so. Yeah, I don't want to go political. That's just my basic opinion on it. Look at this. This clock makes a sound. Vigo's grandma, my mom, gave it to Vigo. He loves it. Hold on. Okay, so continuing with another question. Let me see. Where are more questions? I think they are here. So Hawkage JT Josh asked, when is Vigo having a sibling? Well, you never know, right? You never really know. No, the reality is that the pandemic had an effect on us. Probably already we would have had a little sister or brother for Vigo if we wouldn't have gone through what we went through last year. We just decided it was not the best moment. We were still working from home, having a little toddler inside the house that cannot go out and doesn't really understand why he cannot go out. And also, this was we decided with Vigo not to have screens before he was 2 years old. And even though he was already like two, no, he was not two even, or something. So we didn't want to just turn on the TV and blast the TV for hours while we worked or something. So we had to be active. We had to do things with him, get creative. And believe me, with one kid, it's already a handful. So plus, we've heard stories of other people that uh, gave birth during COVID, and the dads could not come in. It was not easy. So we decided to just put that on a hold, but anytime soon. Anyways, another question is, why do you travel to South Africa? I travel to South Africa because of work. Because of work, I was working in London, and then I got transferred to South Africa. So I do kind of like a little commute here and there. So yeah, this time around I go back for another round, and hopefully come back in December. So how can one earn their stripes when it comes to the wonderful Polish art of complaining? Okay, well, this person might be the only one that says that it's a wonderful art. It's an art. I don't know if wonderful. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, um, I think I think this is something that has passed on through generations. It's a way of speaking. You see how Italians use their hands all the time. You think Latinos use their hands all, but Italians are always moving their hands, and this is because ever since you're little, you see people talking with these mannerisms. And it's the same with Polish, in the infamous complaining. You're watching TV and you hear your mom or your dad talking on the phone saying, yeah, yeah, because of course, this weather is always terrible, da, da, da. And it becomes a way of speaking. And how can you how can you earn your stripes? I guess you would have to start to complain. Start complaining. Just be careful that if you don't have many people, Polish people around you, they just might face you out, because why are you complaining so much? They don't understand. So what is my favorite song of Depeche Mode? I don't like Depeche Mode. Yeah, I'm not a Depeche Mode fan. What is your favorite word or sentence in Polish? Masakra. I love masakra. There it is, masakra, for sure. Have I ever been to Lublin? I have never been to Lublin. Hopefully, I can next time that I'm in Poland. You guys know that Trev from Trev in Poland, the YouTube channel. He's one of my buddies, and he's living in Lublin. and I might go down, pay him a visit, um, because I've never been there. So I'm looking forward to that. Would you like to meet in Santorini in 2022? Is that a date? I would like to go to Santorini. Maybe we can meet. Can I bring my wife? That might be nice, nah? Nice warm place in Santorini. Kiedy wpadasz na Phuket? This is Marta, right? When I'm going to Phuket. I would like to go to Phuket. Phuket. Yeah, you know what? I've never been to Asia. I've never been to Asia. And it's sad. Well, talking about this question was by Marta Szelska. We were supposed to kind of like meet in Poland now when I was gonna go before this whole thing of with my passport and visa, and we were supposed to record something there for her channel or something like that, but sadly didn't happen. But talking about Phuket, I've never been to Asia, and I would love to go just literally to explore. I love Asian food; it's my favorite type of food, and yeah, so you never know. Do you like Jvira? This is the movie, right? Actually, I had never seen the movie. I started watching it the other day with Vigo, and I didn't finish, and it was really funny. I think it's the same one. Maybe if my wife is watching, maybe she can tell me if it's the same one. Jvira. I think so. I think it's the one we were watching, and it was hella funny. The guy was really funny. Um, let me search. I don't want to speak without knowing. And data. Yeah, that's the one. Exactly. That's the one we were watching. It's so funny. Every time the guy sat down on the couch, he had to rearrange everything in the pants and sit down again. And then someone was interrupting him and he had to go and come back again in the same movement. It was super funny. I have to finish that movie. You know what? I'll watch it now when I'm in South Africa for sure. Let me see if I'm missing any other question. I think that's all that I had from. Okay, no, I have more questions here. So is Vigo if is Vigo's diet strictly vegan? So Vigo is, for the most part, Vigo is almost 100% vegan. Sometimes with his grandma or something, she's gonna make a cake and can have an egg. You know, we believe in doing the best we can for the things that we the causes that we want to get behind, but we also believe that there are other things in life that are important. So, for example, when he goes to the nursery and he's with the little friends there and they have a birthday and someone brings in cupcakes that are not vegan, we tell the teachers, listen, let him have a cupcake. I'm not gonna be like, he cannot have the cupcakes because they're not vegan. To me, it's more important that he has the experience of sharing with his friends and feel to feel included. So although we have certain beliefs and why we decided to be vegan, um, well, there are other things in life that are as important. And for a little kid that doesn't understand, I'm not gonna. But Vigo doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat cheese. He doesn't eat any meat, or fish or anything like that. He has never eaten it. So when it comes to that, he's 100%, always been 100% vegan. And his health is 100%. He always gets checked, same as we. But yeah, I'm not gonna preach on that. Um, what is my favorite Polish meal? You see, that's a great segue because I was talking about veganism. Before I was vegan, I used to love all the kielbasa and everything that had meat. Kotlety schabowe, kotlety mielone. I used to love all of those. I used to be a big meathead, which I'm thankful that I'm vegan now because I would have probably died of a heart attack by age 60. But anyways, um, I love pierogi. Pierogi are always like top two or top three. It just depends on my mood that day. I like. Um, oh, there's so much Polish food that is delicious. I'm gonna go with pierogi. Pierogi is probably my favorite. Oh, there's this new thing that we're buying now at the Polish store, and I don't remember the name. It's like this crepe. It's like a crepe that is breaded that has mushrooms inside with kapusta, I think it is. is super good, super good. I'm liking that a lot. Put it on the air fryer, so it's not so oily. It's really good. Why did we choose UK versus Poland to live? So many of you guys, surprisingly, don't know that we don't live in Poland, and you probably, because I'm making videos about Poland, uh, therefore it would make sense that I live in Poland. But the reality is that no, when Carolina and I first, we lived in Dominican Republic for a year when we started our relationship. Then we got engaged, and although we got married in Poland, I got a job in Austria, in Vienna, and we lived in Vienna for almost 4 years. Then from the same employer, I had a chance to get relocated to London, and we wanted to give London a try. It was very, of course, cosmopolitan and worldly, and being a musician here was like the best place to be in Europe. And of course, the world has completely changed after COVID. I think that there are going to be new rules and new things regarding what is the best place for this or that. But at the time, London was a great choice. Also, it had English. So we once again relocated to London because my job allowed me to keep the job and be here. So we have never lived in Poland. I've been to Poland so many times that we've had the experience similar to kind of like living in Poland. But no, I've never lived in Poland. But you never know. So I think that's the end of the questions that were on Instagram. And so I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that you guys are saying here. And we are 36 minutes, so we're gonna do this for 4 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap up because I have to get ready to go to the airport. By the way, I we were on Sunday playing. We took Vigo to an indoor playground, one of those that are padded everywhere, and you can climb and all that. He was having so much fun, and so was I and Carolina. And I don't know, I think I didn't notice, and I banged my little pinky from my right foot, and it didn't break, but it's like really bad. I cannot put shoes on almost. So I'm gonna have to fly completely limping on flip-flops, literally on Japonki, because there's no other way. uh, but anyways, so let me see. You guys are saying, okay, so the guy Petro Lumatza, I guess it was Pedro Lumatza. He said that the piola means algo como que está bien. Like piola means like it's all good. Yeah, oh, something like that. So hey Philip, you didn't help me here. Veronica said, "Che vrutson koszulki tym kapcie." Uh-huh. So something about the, like, where can you buy? I don't know, the team capture. Philip, help me out, brother. What's going on with you? Veronica, let me put on a translate, because I don't wanna just be guessing all the time. I can decipher some things, but I don't wanna. Okay, so she's saying, if they will return, they're coming back. Well, it's funny because we did that as a trial run. We put the t-shirts as a trial run, and then we stopped them because just to test the waters and to see if people were into them. And we sold some of them, but apparently not a lot of people was into buying t-shirts. This was in the middle of the pandemic, so I think a lot of people were quite concerned and all that. But never say never. I do think of maybe at some point putting up a store with some items, but they have to be really creative. I don't want I want to just put out like, a cap or a t-shirt only. I want something that might be a little bit more creative than that. But if we do put up a store at some point, we will for sure bring those t-shirts. Okay. So you see my buddy Philip is saying, Tora says, have you been to the Polish Sea? Yeah, not yet. I've never been to the Tri-City, right? I've never been to Gdańsk, Gdynia, Sopot, and any other Polish city that is in the sea. I have to, because everyone says that it's beautiful. So I really haven't. Um, Heja, jak idzie kombinowanie z wizą? How is the kombinowanie of my visas? How is it going? Well, I think that's what it means. So on that regard, I have to deal with it in South Africa. So in South Africa, I will find a little uh, crooks and cranny. Some people were asking me, "Oh, so why don't you go through, Germany or whatever?" But it's a European Union law. So if I go to instead of the Polish consulate, if I go to the German consulate, they're going to say the same thing. They're going to ask for my pre-settled status, final. My final pre-settled status, and I'm still waiting for it. So it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, well, Philip says that you see, you don't need me, you can read Polish. I mean, I can read some things, but I'm also giving you some challenge, my friend. There you go, guys. That's enough. It's 40 minutes. I don't want to how do you guys say? I don't want to overstay my welcome. I have to get ready. And it was wonderful to have you guys here. Thank you for your questions. You can always rewatch this. It's going to stay up, kind of like a episode of sorts. And next week I'll come back with a regular normal episode. And but from time to time the lives are cool. We get to interact. I know that this hour is usually based on my analytics. This hour is not when most of my Polish audience is online. Most of you guys are online between like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But and yeah, I have to go to the airport, so I could not make it any later, later. Yeah. Anyways, bardzo dziękuję, ludzie. See you guys soon from South Africa. Okay, Philip, bardzo dziękuję for your help, brother, and everyone that asked questions. Appreciate you guys interacting with the channel. And sorry that I didn't have a proper episode. Okay, so bye bye, guys. Do widzenia.